Hey everyone, Overkill's back with another video. Today, we're taking a look at the Nendoroid InuYasha from the Good Smile Company. Don't get a lot of love on my channel, although it actually is my second favorite anime. The reason for that is because we don't get a lot of figures of it. So I'm hoping with the Nendoroids coming out that maybe we can get some 6-inch scale figures. So this one was a gift for my wife. She also likes the anime. And I got her a InuYasha and a Kagome. And I'm getting myself Yashahime just because he was my favorite character from the series. Now that's a lot to take in. So we'll go ahead and get to the review. And the first thing we'll do is take a look at the box. And you can see it does have the Good Smile Company logo here. InuYasha. And this is Nendoroid product number 1300. On the side we see a couple poses for InuYasha. Same as the opposite side. And then on the back, we see pretty much the poses that we saw on the sides. With that being said, we could go ahead and get this guy out of his box. Should be a pretty easy pull out here. No inserts on the inside. Here he is in his clamshell. All of his extra features in his stand. First will be the InuYasha himself. Got all this plastic jammed up in him. We'll get all that out. Take a close-up look. They did a really good job on this InuYasha. Looks a lot like him. The colors and stuff look great. You're not going to get a whole lot of articulation on this, but it is good for what it is. You see he moves around. Got this little joint up here and an uppercut here. Other than that, the head you get pretty good movement. That's where the main focus is on this. And then the waist, you can turn, no other movement. And then the legs, you can move them around a little bit. Don't do about that much of a split. The feet do turn. I didn't think they did, but they do turn, and they got a little bit of posability to them. That's it on articulation. But you can see that he's got his necklace. Everything looks pretty nice on him. And this is similar to a figure art. You can pop the hair off, change out the face plates and stuff. As a matter of fact, he has a couple of alternate faces. You can see kind of like an angry face. And a quizzical looking one. And we'll see if we can change them out to show you. Should be able to pull the hair, and the whole front should come off. Like so. And then with the head, looks like it's on there pretty good, really. There we go, it's much easier. That's the face that was on it once again. Kind of like a determined look for him. We will go with the quizzical, puzzled look, like you don't know what's happening. Pop it into place. Pop the hair back on. Pop his arm on that fell off. And there we have it. That's the second face in the set. And then for the third, his angry or attacking face, and I like that one quite a bit, so I think I'll go with that one for the rest of the video. He also, in that first section, see if I can get him to stand without his stand. I bet he's way too heavy-headed. We'll prop him up. He does have a sitting pose here. And then he has what appears to be another leg. That's what it looks like to me, anyway. But for the torso, it's pretty easy. You just pop it off. I mean, they come apart fairly easy. They're not meant to be played with. They're definitely a statue type thing. You just pop it back in place. And he's kind of got himself propped up. Almost in an attack position. And this is how you see him a lot in the series, is kind of propped up like this. And I think that he has two other pieces right here You can see there you don't have hands. They go with this pose. Which is pretty cool. You just kind of, I think you pop it on. Let's take them out. Well, that one didn't come out all the way. Try that again. Just kind of pop it on. And it fits on the groove over the knees. Like so. You can see how it's kind of put inside the groove. It just poses up sitting. Palm of your hand. If I can get him to sit there to show you. So that's pretty cool. For the rest of the video though, we will show you his other features, so we'll have to have these off. So I'll take them all apart and put them back together for you. So for the rest of his accessories, you will see that you can take the arm apart in two different places. It's got a lower spot here. We can pop this one on like so. You can see he's got a different hand pose on this one. And then he has a different one for this side, except it's got the whole arm piece on it. So we'll take it out, put it in. And it's kind of his pointing, gonna attack look. That's pretty cool. But I don't like it as much, so I'm gonna put the other one back on. Suits him much, much more. And then he also has a set of hands where he can do his other attacks when he doesn't have his sword. And they're pretty easy to change out too. Let's take that arm off for a sec. Just pop it into that spot here. And he does have those for both arms. As you can see, they're pretty cool. Nice to have extra features like that. And then lastly, he has, well, it's a whole different arm again. I wonder why they gave so many arms when they kind of all serve the same purpose, but either way, it's another fist, except this one has a place to put the sword in. Before we do that, I want to show you that on his waist, you can see this spot with a hole. And this is where Tessaga goes. Just kind of pop it into place there, like so. So you can pose him with his sword here. And you can have him in his poses just like that. Or, if I'm not mistaken, the handle should come out. And it does. And the good thing about that, because this is the way I want to pose him, because this is what happens to Tessaga when it is pulled out. The sword grows bigger. And you can get this little guy in a really cool attack pose. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty much it for his features. I will show you that he did come with an extra peg for his neck in case it breaks. And those actually do come in handy, because the reason I don't really dabble in Nendoroids is I had a light Yashahime from Death Note, and it got knocked off the shelf one time and the neck broke off. So that's why I don't really dabble in them anymore. And then lastly, he does have his stand, and it's bent with a bunch of little holes here, so you can put it wherever you want. You just kind of pop it into place. And then he has a hole in the back of him. You just pop it in, like so. And you just kind of bend it forward however you want to stand them up. And it keeps that comically oversized head in check. So there he is, all posed up on his stand. I'll once again bring in all the pieces he came with, just so you can kind of get a good look at what it does, what a Nendoroid typically comes with, which is all this stuff. Extra leg, extra peg, a bunch of different interchangeable arms. Stuff for different poses and stuff. So he does have a whole lot of stuff. which is a solid plus in my book. Now, as for my thoughts on the figure, it's a really solid looking little figure. It's neat how they make these things. At least we're getting some kind of action figure from the series, because it's been years since we've gotten anything good. And those are pretty high dollar now, and they're really hard to come by. So until we get some good 5-6 inch scale, this is what we're going to have to collect for now. And they do have InuYasha, and then Kagome, then are releasing Shishomaru, and Kikyo. So they've got 4 coming, so that's a good start. The cons is it's just strictly a poseable figure. I mean, it falls apart just touching it pretty much. So it's just something that you get set up on your shelf. It looks nice, and you change out the pose every day or so, and just have something different and change it up. And I know some people get all kinds of these, and they're really awesome looking in one big collection, but my collection, they're just not for me. I'll leave it for my wife. She likes most of them. If I do get any, I just keep them in the package more likely, because the only one I ever opened got broke. So take that how you want. But yeah, that's going to be it for the review. Once again, this was the Nendoroid InuYasha from Good Smile Company. Thank you for watching, and until next time, I bid you all farewell. Meadows and Gatsuha!